Hello guys, and welcome to another Bratty Beats tutorial by LaDeja. Today we're going to be doing a chocolatey yellow eye and lip, and it's going to be really beautiful. First I'm going to start off with the Kula sunscreen. I've already moisturized my face and everything. I actually received this from Influencer, and as you can see, I did not read the directions beforehand, so yeah, it kind of just sprayed like out in a squirt, so I found that shaking it more would prevent that. But I finally just sprayed it on my face and kind of rubbed it in, and it smells so amazing, guys. Like, the stuff smells so delicious, and honestly I can't wait for it to actually be like summer so I can really get some good utilization out of this. Next I'm going to go in with my Nika K brow gel, which I normally use. This is very simple, never changes, so I kind of just sped through this after the first brow. Then I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place concealer to correct my eyelids and prime them. And then I'm going to go in with the Sephora mattifying primer. It was really cheap on sale, so I just bought it in order to try it out, and it's pretty good. Sometimes it will roll up on you if you don't have the right base under it, but it's okay. Back in with that Juvia's Place concealer and just outlining my brows like I normally do, trying to clean up any mistakes that I might have made, top and bottom. Then we're going to take some Mario spray in lavender and spray it onto the brush that I'm using from Choclatey and blend out that concealer on my eyelids. Next we will be correcting my mistakes, because sometimes with this concealer, since the applicator is so thick, you will get some of the concealer in your eyebrow. So I was just cleaning that up there, and now I'm going into the Juvia's Place Coral palette and using this very deep chocolatey brown in my crease. This eyeshadow palette, as you will see, I had to dip into it a couple of times, which I don't really mind. It's not one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, but I do like to reach for it because it does have a very unique color scheme. So that's really awesome for sure. Next I'm going to be using my NYX primer, glitter primer, to make sure my eyes are nice and sticky. Since I won't really be applying multiple colors, I really didn't need to do this, but I do just like the way that my eyeshadows apply over top of it. So I just use my finger to blend that in, and now I'm using my finger to apply this chocolatey bronzy shade in the Coral palette onto my lid over that primer. Now, I am not super impressed with the matte shades in this palette, but I do like these shimmer shades. They're really nice and creamy, and they apply very well. Now we get to the moment that everyone's been waiting for. This is a yellow eyeliner, and I want to preface this by saying I do own Fenty eyeliners. So I do have a good comparison of like a higher end eyeliner versus this one, which was fairly inexpensive. I would say it's definitely under $15 and most likely under $10, but it's very creamy. I really enjoy the application. The applicator is very thin, so you get a really good, nice swipe at the end of your eyeliner. And yeah, I don't really find myself having to dip entirely too much, and the great thing about it is that it shows up over top of eyeshadow very well with the Fenty eyeliners. They kind of don't show up unless you are literally applying it over just your skin tone. If there's any color under it, it will mix with that color just because it's so watery. But as you can see, I'm not having that problem with this eyeliner. It's just going on smoothly. It's opaque and it's a really nice eyeliner. I love it. Gray yellow eyeliner. I highly recommend you guys go out and buy it. Next up, I will be figuring out what foundation I will be using, which I decided on the NYX Can't Stop foundation. I actually used 2 shades in this video because we are in spring, so I'm kind of in between my summer and my winter shade. And I have a very dark shade of this. I think it's Deep Walnut, and I was using that for a really long time, but I found out that that was not my shade, which should have been very clear to me, but it was not. So I'm just applying the 2 shades. I think the other one is Deep Rich, but I'll link it down below if it is not the correct shade. I'm applying both of those, and then I'm going to use my $1 Shop Miss A Mochi blender in order to blend everything out beautifully. Next, I'm going back in with the Juvia's Place concealer under my eyes. Again, very thick applicator, so I literally only have to do like 1 dip when I'm using this formula, and it's really thick, so you get to cover a lot of surface area in addition to that thick applicator. Then I'm going to go back to blending it out with my sponge. And then I'm going in with my medium black opal powder under my eyes and to set those highlighted areas. I've been using this powder for years, and this is literally the only powder I put under my eyes. Next up is going to be another black opal powder that I will be applying to my entire face, and it is in the shade Deep. And you can see that I kind of skip where I would put contour, setting that area, because my face will naturally get deeper because that is a shadow, so it really helps when you go in to put that contour there because the shadow is really already created. You don't cover up that shadow with any powder. Now I'm just using my Shop Miss A brush to kind of brush off that excess highlighter powder. I don't really bake per se for very long because this is like literally minutes of time, but I just put a little bit extra because sometimes concealers can get a little greasy or they don't want to set properly without a little bit of extra help. Next up, I'm going to take the Maybelline mascara, just the orange one. Actually, I don't think this is Maybelline. I think this is CoverGirl, but I could be wrong about that, so we will put that in the link down below too. And I just do this technique where I go over top my lashes and then I do the bottom of them. It really helps to elongate them. Next up, I'm just taking this Bad Habit palette, which is no longer on the market, sorry guys, and I'm just using the yellow in it to highlight my inner corners. Now that my eyes are finished, I am going to use this Amuse highlighting stick. I love it, literally so beautiful, so creamy. Oh, and your powder highlighter will stick to it amazingly. So I'm just using that to highlight different areas of my face, bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, and my cheekbones, and my Cupid's bow. And after that, I will be applying an Anastasia glow kit. Mine is a little beat up and broken, so don't make no fun of me. I dropped it a couple of years ago and it's never recovered, so yeah. And I'm just using that same highlighter that I was using before to highlight my nose, and now I'm using using this AOA liquid lipstick. It is literally my favorite brown lipstick. It is so beautiful on my skin tone and I love it so much.